So I see a lot of tech YouTubers recommending people buy these pre-built office PCs for budget build gaming computers. So I went ahead and bought one of these HP 8300s, and I wanted to see for myself, like, how easy it is to upgrade or whatever. And I already had a gaming PC, and really I just bought this computer for the CPU that's in there. They come with, or at least this one came with, i5 3470. A lot of them come with like second and third gen i5s or even i7, some of them, and you can find them for pretty cheap. I got mine for like 130 on Newegg or something. I don't know how much it is now, but it's probably gonna be a long video, so too long didn't read. If you want to make a budget gaming PC, if you have not, like, if you're starting from scratch and all you want to do is get this and throw a graphics card in there, then that's probably the best bet. But if you already have like parts or whatever, like a case or if you're trying to upgrade from this or like take parts from this, you might struggle a little bit. I'm gonna share my experience, but I wanted to put that at the beginning so you don't have to watch this whole thing if that's what you plan to do. If you want to just buy this and throw like a 1050 or something in there, that's perfectly fine. Anything higher than that, anything higher than a 1050 Ti or anything that requires a power supply, I probably wouldn't do it. But that would be my advice. If you just want something for now and then you plan on starting from scratch later, do that. Because for me, again, I got it because I wanted to get the CPU out of it and see if it was better than mine, which it is, but we'll get to that later. I got some benchmarks and stuff, but I got it because it had the processor, a motherboard, some RAM, and a hard drive for 130. I figure, fuck it, I'll just take, I'll just scrap it, salvage it, take everything out of the case, shove the motherboard and stuff in my PC, and just go from there. But little did I know, silly me, good job, Stiff Coon, that of course the motherboard is fucking proprietary, like the rest of the shit in there, all of like the power supply, all that stuff, the case and stuff. So of course the motherboard's not a standard fucking motherboard, Stiff Coon, you retard. Anyway, I do that only to find out that, so I ended up having to buy another motherboard anyway, right? When the main reason for me buying the CPU instead of just getting something modern and current gen was that I didn't want to have to buy all new RAM, because I still got DDR3 RAM, and most of the modern shit only runs DDR4, and DDR4 prices are fucking retarded right now. So I didn't want to do that, and I feel like I already got 16 gigs of RAM, so I don't want to just like have to fucking like chuck that shit, right? So I just fuck it. If I find a third or fourth gen i5 for cheap, I'm gonna grab that shit. I did that, and so far it worked out for me. Besides the fact that I had to get another motherboard, another thing that I ran into was that the motherboard that it did come with, I thought I was gonna have to buy a different adapter for the power supply, because that motherboard doesn't fit a standard power supply. But again, you wouldn't be able to take that motherboard out the case and use it in another case, or like a standard case that you can buy anyway. So it's kind of like whatever, like, again, if you want to use this, you pretty much just have to use it as is, and just throw a lower tier GPU in there. Outside of that, it's kind of like, it's pointless, right? Well, not necessarily pointless, because again, I got the processor out of it, but pretty much what I thought I could do with it, I couldn't do with it. So you got to be careful if you plan on doing shit like this. And yeah, it's a good cheap way to do it if you just plan on dropping a GPU in there for now and then saving up to build something else later. If you already got a PC or you already got the parts and stuff, you're probably just better off saving up for whatever parts you want. Probably just better off getting more modern parts anyway. If you already have a gaming PC, right? But as far as for me, compared to my old CPU, I had FX 6300 right here, and I would say it's better than what I had. I rendered a video that was about a minute and some change, and I think it finished at like 9 minutes and 30 seconds on the FX and 8 minutes and 13 seconds on the i5. So there's that. I don't make too many videos because I'm a lazy son of a bitch, but you know, it'll save off some time there. You know, that's about 10%, I want to say, almost. So like, of course, as the videos get longer, it's gonna save more time over time. And in the games that I play, I tested Paragon, which I play pretty much every day, and it's definitely a lot smoother on that game. My lower, like my, what the fuck is that? The lower end frame rates are more manageable. Like, it's not as jumpy as it was, and I was able to put the settings up a little bit more, so that's cool. And I tested The Witcher just because it's a popular game, demanding. Looks good, smoother than I remember. And try to test Destiny, but I couldn't get Afterburner to show up on Destiny. I don't know why. I've got it to show up on other Blizzard games like Overwatch, so I don't know. But that game, pretty much the same story. It was a little bit better, but I think Paragon saw the most improvement out of the shit I tested, which I'm happy for. Good shit. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's all I wanted to do was share my experience. Let me know if you got one of these pre-builds. Please put in the comments how you like. What did you do? How did it work out for you? Do you plan on getting one of these? Just let me know, man. I want to know. I'm Stiff Coon. Deuces. Stupid.